20 miles west of downtown Dallas, one of the league's grand settings, AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olsen. That is Jake Elliott getting this one started. Off we go from AT&T Stadium. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone. So they're going to blow it dead, and they'll bring the ball out to start at the 40-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
And this run game certainly didn't waste any time getting settled in. Nice job by the offensive line, displacing defenders at the point of attack, and allows the back to pick up a nice chunk to get this game rolling.
On first down, right back to Williams. Crazy. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. Good run after a good run. This one for 14 yards and another first down. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll go again here with Williams. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. A shotgun snap for Prescott. There's a short one that's caught by Ferguson. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the shotgun, it's down. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. Prescott to his main man Lamb. CD gets the Cowboys a first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Here's a screen set up to Williams. And he'll take this one in. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Dallas. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here comes Will Shipley from his end zone. And he goes nowhere. Buried back at the 15-yard line. At their own 15-yard line. On play action, here's Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it'll lead to a 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time. And 3rd down coming up.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, But how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down, really nice play.
Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, you're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Reed Blankenship has the tight coverage and comes up with the defensive play.
Might be wise for this quarterback to try somebody else in coverage here, Mike. This guy's known for being a savvy playmaker once the ball's in the air, and he showed why by swatting that ball away, and he's going to pick up a PBU on the stat sheet.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell. What that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zones, and if you run the right concepts with the right quarterback, you can pick them apart. Not exactly the type of drive to write home about, Mike. 3 passes, 3 incompletions, no yards gained, and I really can't blame any of these fans who have continued to voice their frustration, especially after that last series of play calls.
That's going to be intercepted. And he's going to be looking at a short field for the offense after the INT. Chance to tie the game or even take the lead.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
First carry for Saquon Barkley. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Dotson, the man in motion. To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Deron Bryant. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
You know, for the good corners, Mike, they all share this certain mentality, right? It's bring it on. I want the best. I want the ball thrown in my direction. So anytime they get a chance to break up a play and silence an opposing offense, but man, when they get a chance to take one away and get their hands on it, that is what they live for.
He runs with it. And he wound up getting about 4 before he's shown the sideline.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on 1st down.
He'll get rid of it and complete it. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down. One of the biggest differentiators for a lot of these defenders, Mike, is a lot of them can stay in tight coverage. But where the special guys separate themselves is what do they do once the ball is in the air? They almost turn into offensive players with their ability to track it. This is a great example here why. I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
On 3rd down, Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively, it'll set up a fourth down. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This will be a 48-yard attempt. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Here comes Will Shipley from his end zone. And he can only get back to the 16-yard line. On play action, Hurts. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
He's to the 10. And he will get into the end zone. Levante Williams. Touchdown, Dallas. Making 2 touchdowns in the very first quarter of play.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate deep
to the end zone. It's intercepted.
That decision to go for 2 was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you could see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for 2. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively. But to able to get that stop, at least come off the field and catch their breath.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here comes Will Shipley on the return. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he'll take it forward to the 27.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
And he's going to wind up losing yardage here. And that will take us to the end of the opening quarter of play. So after 16-0 is our score. We're back to Arlington in a moment. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder, Kenneth Murray.
Second down pass. Intercepted. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On the play fake. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. Jahad Campbell, he gets in there for the sack. It's a loss of 4 to kick off this drive.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. That one intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from Alabama. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position. Well, it's been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Now Jalen Hurts on second down. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity. But with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
On third down, they'll go with Saquon. And that's not going to work at all. He'll manage to get back to the line. That is all. It is fourth down.
Gain of only a yard. It's fourth down.
Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. Now a flip to the kicker. It's a fake. And that is a dunk. It's incomplete. What in the name of carrier premieres that? Then with the kicker trying to throw it, it doesn't work out. It's a turnover on down. No play action. It's Prescott. That's down the field for Lamb. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be second down.
So often we see on these deep passes, the defender lose track of the ball in the air. They then tend to panic, and it either leads to a big pass completion or a defensive PI. In this case, he stays in phase. He's able to break the ball up and prevent a big play from happening.
At the 30-yard line. A gain of 1 brings up third down.
Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. That's out wide to Williams. They get 18 on that one. First down, Cowboys.
It's a gain of 18. And the Cowboys first down.
Here's Dak to throw. Working 3 downs field. It is Williams. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. A pickup of 21 on that connection. That's good for a Dallas first down. On the carry, it's Williams. Finding room to the 20. And he'll be taken down. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's first and 10.
That's another Cowboys.
Prescott now. Oh, what a throw. Slinging it across his body and complete. And he's in. George Pickens. Touchdown, Cowboys. On for the PAT is Aubrey. And this is not close. He missed it wide to the right. No good. And no extra point. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here is Shipley on the return. Not much doing on this return. Good cover.
No AI, nigga. I don't let the AI do nothing, nigga. You can see. Look at the bottom. I don't let the AI do shit, nigga. Look at the character. Always pay attention to the circle down here. You see it on my screen? Yeah, you see it.
And that is really well read defensively. They get him down back at the 9-yard line. What they do now is they come up on second.
They're actually good, nigga.
That's Goddard in motion.
What you doing, nigga? Motion. Yeah!
And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs. Back-to-back. Now it's third down.
Well, they certainly didn't allow the loss on first down, Mike, to start his run game here on second down. But now after taking a loss on first and second, it puts him in a tough spot here coming up on third down.
That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert.
This is one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and
oh, look at this. It's a fake. This is caught, and that is not going to be nearly enough. Talk about a decision right for second guessing. The defense wasn't fooled one bit by that fake, and the offense has turned it over on down. First down, it is Williams. A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up first and goal.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Big mistake. It was first and goal, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Like, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
He'll grind out a couple of yards. Give them a little bit of space out to the 3. Now the Cowboys will take a timeout. It'll come with 36 ticks left on the first half clock.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And he's going to take this up to the 17-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. And in motion is Brown.
The 17-yard line.
One final throw before the break. That'll be caught left side. It's Goddard. And he's going to be out of bounds. Triple zeros up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Here comes Will Shipley from his end zone. Great job there by the coverage team. They get him down at the 12. On first and 10, it's Barkley.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Oh, falling away. What a throw. He drops it in there. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far. That one gives them a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And they'll bring this to about the 34-yard line. The veteran, Kenny Clark, in on the stop. They face second down and 7. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And this defense not fooled by the option. They stick with the running back, and they get him down for no gain.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage.
And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Deron Blank. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Play fake. Prescott escaping to his left. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Cowboys first down.
A first down throw for Prescott. Headed left, buying time.